Hi. How's it going? What's up? Oh no, you got me.
I literally cannot get over your background. For
Yeah.
those of you that are only listening, not watching, first of all, what are you doing? Go watch us on YouTube. Second of all, if you don't want to, that's fine. But Lennon's background is Ed Sheeran in his furry era, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. What even was that
This was for
video?
okay, it was the Bad Habits music video. And he was a vampire or something? I don't
Was he?
know.
I thought he was like supposed to be. I've only seen like clips from it. I haven't actually
I
watched it. I
mean,
thought it
yeah.
looked like a werewolf or
Oh,
something.
you know what he could have he was
He
just
could have been
yassified,
anything.
but in a really bad, terrible way that no one should
This
have.
is honestly, this is like a cute makeup look, to be honest. He kind of slayed a little bit. The look itself was kind of slay, but like I don't really mess with him. I don't know. Like I think it's slay.
You think it's slay? I think
A
whoever like
little
approved the
glitter.
video, they were like feeding his ego and they're like, "Yeah, Ed, it looks really good. Yeah, this is really you." And then, they went with it.
This still, if this wasn't a video, if this was just like a photo shoot, yes, this is slay. But like the video from the clips I saw,
Oh, it's
no,
crazy.
no,
That video is
no,
insane.
no, no, no.
And like
You know what? I give him props for going out on a
no,
limb
no, no, no.
though.
There's no part of that song that needed a music video like
I
that.
didn't say it was good. I'm giving him props for going outside
The
his
box.
box.
Yeah, it was
His box.
creative. I liked how
Yeah.
he wasn't in his music videos, or he was like a side character. You remember that in the beginning of his career?
Yeah.
That was
Oh my
fun.
gosh. When he released his only good album,
Ooh,
whoa.
facts. His first album
Plus
was
was his
good.
only
Wasn't
good
good.
album.
Um,
The first album is like the only consistently good album.
yeah, I would say that because like I feel like it wasn't bad. Like and it showed his talent and it was like very self-made.
There's not a single bad song on that album.
Yeah, I'd say so. I used
All
to like
those
that
songs are
album a
good and
lot. Yeah,
iconic. Yeah,
they
I
are.
still do.
Yeah,
I
there's
might
some
have to
bop.
listen to it later.
Mm-hmm.
There quite a few. A
I
lot of
feel
those
like
songs were
everyone likes
hits.
that album. Like I don't think I found a person
Yeah.
who doesn't like that album yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like most of that album was like hits, you know?
Yeah,
Lego House,
yeah.
um,
Give Me
Give Me
Love. That
Love.
one was like it
Such a
went
good.
crazy.
I was obsessed with that video.
Oh, Me Too with the Angel. Ooh.
Yeah. You Need Me, I Don't Need You.
Oh,
Let's
come
talk. That was
on. Okay, rapper.
iconic song.
Well, he's not a
I
rapper
still
anymore.
can never get over the line he wrote where he says, "They say I'm up and coming like I'm
Like I'm
fucking in an
fucking in an
elevator."
elevator. Yeah.
Literally, that changed my
Yeah,
life.
he killed it. He killed it there.
That was
I mean,
kind of life
whatever happened to
changing.
him after that,
Went
whatever.
downhill.
Downhill. But like, it's
Down
because
fucking
he
hill.
peaked too early. That's what I always thought about him. He
I
because
feel
he,
like
he
the
did
thing
too much
is
and got to that point.
I don't know if he peaked too early. I just think he got a little too caught up in
The
appealing
fame.
to the masses because he was kind of like associating with One Direction a bit. So
Yeah.
I think he kind of fell into like the pop pigeonhole
You're totally right on that.
instead of like the rock indie sort
Singer
of sound he
songwriter.
had going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like what made him stand out, but then he kind of fell into like the pop more and more and then like
Also, he has
released
a
more
huge
and
ass
more poppy
ego.
stuff.
He's cocky as hell, so I think that really killed.
Yeah. I think he just kind of like went downhill. Like he had this like genuine rawness in the first album that kind
Yeah,
of went to the wayside, you know.
for sure. He lost.
But anyways,
Anyway, this is not about Ed
this
Sheeran.
is our this episode is not about Ed we didn't even talk about our weeks. Like
Yeah,
I don't really have anything to report on. Um, I mean, nothing really to say about my week.
yeah. Nothing new. Just work.
No. Yeah.
I've just been job searching, to be
Was there
honest.
any why do I feel like there was something new? No, there wasn't. No.
New
How's
Year.
your job searching been going?
I mean, it's been going. I had a few opportunities, but they haven't called me back. So I've just been applying to a bunch more places. For those who don't know, I had like a seasonal position at some place, and then they were like, "Oh, you're gonna stay longer." I'm like, "Cool." And then they were like, "Actually, never mind." And then I was like, "Oh." So I've been looking for like a new job, and I hate that because I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
wish I was still working at the other place." But okay. I'm like mad about it still. But yeah, New Year's happened. We had a little episode about it, but like it actually happened.
Yeah, it has officially been, the new year has started.
Yeah, it started. Oh,
It's
this is our first
2023.
episode of the new year, right? Or
This is, yes.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Our last episode of 2022 went up on New Year's Eve, which is cool that
No, that
happened.
is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's a
cool
new
that how
era.
that lined up.
Yeah.
So this is our first episode of 2023. Year of the Rabbit. It's my year. I was born year of the rabbit. Lucky
Let's
year for
go.
me. Very excited. If you're also year of the rat, year of the pig, it's a lucky year for you as well. Um, I'm very excited. Uh, my week has not been very standout. Um, I had a I had a very it's gone by fast. The
Hmm.
week has gone by very fast. Today went by a little slow, but the week itself has gone by very fast. Like tomorrow, like we're recording this on Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday already.
I
Very
know
weird.
it actually it did go by very
Went
fast.
by really fast.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I have this like weird suspicion that I feel like something is gonna happen. Like I have this like
Yeah,
weird
no, but I
anticipation.
feel that too, like in the air, like something big's about to happen.
Hmm.
Or
I
scary.
mean, I don't think it's gonna be bad. Like it's not like a bad feeling, like a dread. It's like an excitement for me, but like I just have a feeling that something is gonna happen. Some tides are gonna turn. Who knows? Maybe the astrology messages that I've been getting leading up to 2023 saying I'm gonna meet my soulmate might be right.
Maybe.
Well, I did have that really weird moment where I was thinking of someone, and then right after I saw a tweet that had like five, no, six fours in a row.
Yeah.
It was 4,444 views, which the view, by the way, views on tweets, what the fuck is that? Ugly.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I haven't used Twitter in like a minute, and then I went on the other day and I was like, what is this?
A lot has changed. It
Oh,
doesn't make any sense. People don't even think it's like real because people like would test it and they like would tweet something on an account that has like no followers, like no way of no one seeing it, and then would get like 20 views and they're like, this is bullshit. Anyway, so the
like,
tweet
you
I
gotta make
saw,
the impressions, I guess, right?
it's kind of impressions. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But the tweet that I saw had 4,444 views and 400, either 44 or 444. I think it was 44 retweets or something. And it was like all in a row. And I was like, whoa. And I was like just thinking about someone specific. And then I screenshot it and I was like, oh, that's so crazy. I've never seen that happen before, like that many
Yeah.
fours in a row. So I screenshotted it and I was like, that's crazy. And then out of curiosity, I looked it up. And then I saw it said, like, if you see a series of fours while you were thinking about someone, that means they're your soulmate, which is crazy. I was like, what? And then I've been catching 1111 a lot lately. And I looked that up today and it said that like my soulmate is coming soon, like around the corner. And I've been
Okay.
catching 1111 like every day pretty much. So that's kind of crazy. So who knows? Maybe this anticipation I feel is my
Has to do with
soulmate.
that. Yeah.
And the stars did say that holiday season 2022, this past holiday season, was my last one being alone. So maybe this time next year I'll have a little boyfie.
Hopefully.
Little boyfie. That'd be fun.
I saw this tarot reading like the other day after the year had already
Mhm.
started about like how Aquarius's January was gonna go, and it was exactly how mine's been going. So
That's
I'm like, oh,
crazy.
but it had like a lot of good stuff in it. So hopefully this month is good. It's my
Yeah.
birthday month, turning
Yes, it
22 at the end
is.
of the month. Very exciting,
Very exciting.
but also nervous. I hate getting older.
Yeah. I've
But
also been getting good messages though. Mine said that I should be receiving good like career news and just good news in general soon. So hopefully that comes very soon.
yeah,
I would like more money.
well, me as
And
well.
and I would like my career of choice to take off. Please, thank you.
Same.
Anyways, let's get to the actual episode,
Yes.
which is,
Uh,
your background is topical.
yeah. Habits.
Habits, the
Bad
good, the
habits, the
bad.
good. Yeah.
Um, what are your habits? What are your good and bad habits?
I have to think. I know I have like bad eating habits. That's something that
Hmm.
I always think about because like I can probably think of more bad habits than good habits, even though I probably do have good habits. But you always
Yeah.
like I guess a lot of people just like focus on the bad.
Yeah, I feel like we get so like caught up in really honing in on to like what's bad or negative about us.
Yeah.
And then it makes like the good kind of get pushed to the back and like
Yeah.
overshadowed a bit.
For sure.
Trying to think of my bad habits.
A bad
I
habits, late nights, sleep.
I haven't even heard the song, so like
Really
I
lucky.
don't, I don't even know. The only bad habits I know is the last Shadow Puppets.
Oh yeah, bad habits.
Oh, I should have put the last Shadow Puppets as my
Oh yeah.
background.
No,
No,
why
it's
didn't I
fine.
think? Why did Ed Sheeran come to my head first before the fucking last Shadow Puppet?
That's actually
That's
so funny.
mental illness. Um,
You
yeah,
know, the Kooks also have a song called Bad
called bad
Habit.
habits or bad habit.
That's so funny. Why does everyone have a song about
Bad.
habits that are bad? What about good habits? Why don't we write a song about good
No, for real,
habits?
I'm trying to think of my good habits. Like that's a tough one.
I'm trying, I
Um,
guess, uh, well, I mean, lately, one of my good habits has been maintaining my like self-care routines, like
uh,
and this is gonna sound like gnarly for a second, but you have to, stick with me. Um, I've been showering every day and doing my morning and nighttime skincare, brushing my teeth twice a day and stuff like that, which, um, for those of you who don't know, I do struggle with mental illnesses, which makes that very difficult sometimes. And I've the last few months or I guess like the second half of um 2022, towards the end of it, um, I had started on therapy and I got into anxiety medication, which has made, keeping up with my good habits, my hygienic habits, a lot easier and more consistently, especially recently. Um, I've been showering every night and doing my morning and nighttime skincare routine, like I said, and brushing my teeth and all that kind of stuff. I've been having more water. I've been really trying to focus on cementing and getting into my good habits into my routine. And it's been really helping me. Like my skin has I'm at like 90% clear skin right now, which is cool. My skin has never looked better. And I feel better and stuff like that. So those are some of my good habits. But I do also have some bad habits that I've been trying to kick, and they're very difficult to kick. I have bad spending habits.
oh,
I have I have I tend to stay up a lot and I snack a lot, and I love a snack,
oh,
unfortunately. I tend to procrastinate stuff I need to do. Like I had during the holidays, like I had a mountain of laundry that I needed to do, and it just got so overwhelming, but I managed to knock out half of those loads, so that was really cool. I finally have clothes again. Um, but and I also have like a bad habit of forgetfulness where I have a task I need to do and then I forget it by, getting distracted by something else, or I have, a deadline or some just whatever, and I just forget things very easily. And that's something that I'm really trying to combat by, keeping up reminders and putting everything in my calendar and stuff like that. Um, so I'm trying to think of other bad habits I have. Have you thought of any that you have?
Yeah, well, I was saying, like, I have really bad eating habits. So,
Yeah.
like snacking too. So,
Hmm.
like, today, I was just having a few, like, chips, and then I end up eating the whole bag.
Yeah.
I can't like, maybe it's a control thing, but, like, I just love a snack, and then I'll be like, "Oh, but I still want another snack," and it's not about being hungry, it's not about anything, it's about the habit of just, like, eating something. I
Yeah.
always feel like I need to be doing something with, like, my mouth or my hands, so if I'm not
Yeah.
eating something, I need to be drinking something, sometimes, that'll be, like, a soda or something, because I feel like it can't just be water too, because I feel like
Hmm.
that's too easy. You know what I mean? It doesn't satisfy the
Yeah. I have the same issue. I think it's called oral fixation,
Yeah, it is
where
an
it's
oral
like you have to be doing something with your mouth and it's like, like um having chips, or for
Yeah.
me, like sometimes it'll I try to compromise with myself by having it be like a quote unquote healthy snack. Like in the summer, that was a lot of fruits and stuff like that, or like we always have grapes in the house. So
Oh,
I
yeah, those
try to
are fun to
combat
snack
that.
on.
Yeah, they're really, and they're sweet too. So it's
It
like
feels like it
it
doesn't feel like
satisfies,
a
yeah, it satisfies that like craving. And for me, like I've been trying to have a lot more water, and I found like um one of my bad habits from the past that isn't necessarily one that I have now. I used to drink a lot of soda and sugary drinks.
Right.
But the way that I kicked it, because part of that was like the sensation of like the bubbles and like the
Yeah. Have
fizziness.
you been drinking, like, carbonated water?
Yeah, like
Uh,
flavored carbonated water. I know a lot of people rag on LaCroix, but I love LaCroix. I think it
Yeah, a
tastes
lot of people
so
I know
good.
like that.
Yeah, so it's like
I
I
need to get
find,
into that because I
yeah, like they
know
have, and
Perrier.
they
I
have
used to drink
so many
Perrier, like,
brands
all
now.
the time because I love the, like,
Hmm.
bubbly water, but I never
Yeah.
have, like, the flavored kind.
They have so many brands
Yeah,
now.
I
Like
gotta do
every
that.
supermarket has like their, generic brand and stuff like that are
Yeah,
cheaper, and they have all kinds of flavors. I mean, like my favorites that I usually tend to go for are like lemon lime, orange. I think they have like cherry ones too that taste really good. And there's no sugar in them and they're like naturally flavored and stuff like that. So it's like it's drinking water, but it's like it satisfies that soda craving, at
yeah.
least for me.
Yeah, well, the
Um,
thing for soda, like, for me at least, I just love bubbliness. So
yeah.
maybe that's what it is. It's not even about the sweetness too, because I
Yeah.
don't. Sometimes I get, like, grossed out when things are too sweet. Like, I can't eat
Hmm.
candy. I can't eat stuff like that because I'm a salty girl. What can I say? But I don't know. It is the bubbliness, so I need to get on that,
Yeah.
or I need to. I want to get one of those machines that just makes your, like, stuff.
Yes. Oh, I should have gotten
I
that
saw them at my old
for
job.
Christmas.
I should have got
Maybe,
one.
your birthday's coming up. Hmm.
OMG, I forgot. I mean, I already mentioned my birthday.
We literally just
Uh,
mentioned it.
but then I just remembered again. I love thinking about it. No, I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think of other bad habits I have.
Yeah. Oh, one of mine, I always, okay, when I need to do something, I always end up playing on my phone instead of doing what I need to do. And
Please. That's me
I
too.
I hate it though, because I hate playing on my phone in general, but I'll go on TikTok or something like that, something
Mm,
scrollable, like easy where I don't need to use my brain, and I keep doing it. And I heard that it's like another control thing because you can control that you're doing that, even though it doesn't feel like it, but it feels like you're in control. But like when I need to do something, I always just end up playing on my phone instead of doing the thing I need to do. And
yeah.
that is like one of my worst habits because then it wastes all my time, and then I feel like, well,
Hmm.
now I have no time to do what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that issue too. Except for me, I don't have TikTok. So for me, it's like I do like Twitter or
Instagram,
Instagram Reels,
yeah.
or at work, I do like Pinterest,
Oh yeah.
and I save a lot of
They're
stuff
easy
to
to
my
scroll
Pinterest.
through, and it's just like it
Yeah,
satisfies that, like, part of your brain, but then
pretty
it's like, "Oh, shit."
pictures.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's like, I need to go do stuff. So that yeah.
Yeah.
A good habit of mine, I actually do have good sleeping habits now, like, I always wake up early now, and I don't go to bed too late, but I feel like I'm always able to get on a good sleeping schedule, so that's, like, one of my good habits, but I can have a bad sleeping habit as well, because 'cause I'll get into little, like, spurs or, like, random, like, moments where I'm on the worst sleep schedule ever, and that
Yeah.
becomes a bad habit, but then I'm very easily able to, like, combat that and fix it, because I think
Mm.
I'm naturally, like, a morning person, which is
See,
weird.
I'm not really a morning person. I'm more of a night person. But lately I've been having good sleeping habits and I'm able to actually like get up early and stuff like that, probably because like of work, because I've been
Mm,
getting up early for work for a while now. Almost a year. I'm almost a year at my job. That's crazy.
that's amazing.
Um, and so now it's like on the weekend, if I sleep past 8:39, I get like that headache you get when you oversleep, you know what I mean?
I hate that shit. That
It's
is like
so
the worst because
annoying.
it feels like you're hungover. Because technically,
Yeah.
your body, like, if you do get too much of anything, your body like acts like it's hungover, or if you don't get enough of something.
Yeah, it's like crazy. And so I have to like I set my alarm for 8:30 on the weekend, which previously like I would have been like, what the fuck? That's the crack of dawn. But
Yeah.
like that for me is like, ah, I'm so refreshed. Like I wake up and I have my coffee and stuff like that. But
If I
anyways,
sleep
but
past 9, I feel gross. And I
yeah,
used to
9 is like the
like,
cap. If I wake up and I'm still really tired on the weekend, 9 is literally the cap for me.
yeah. Which
Because
is
I'm
nice though,
used
because
to
you have more to your day. Because then part of me still
exactly.
does like to stay up kind of late. But like as
Yeah.
long as I'm getting like, because if you go to bed at like midnight, then you still get like a decent amount of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah. Well, for me, I feel like if I sleep more than 5 hours, I feel icky. But maybe that's just me.
You might just be used to that.
Maybe, but like
Y-
I start getting those bad headaches if I sleep more
Yeah.
than 5 hours.
See, for me, when I used to like not sleep very well, and when I started sleeping well, like longer, I would get that, but I've evened out because my body wasn't used to that. So it felt like it was oversleeping, but it was actually properly sleeping.
Mm,
So you might not just be used to getting more than 5 hours of sleep. So that's why your body's like a little freaked.
maybe. I don't know.
I
I
just
feel like
found that's what happened with me.
yeah, for me, I think I just function better when I sleep 5 hours or less.
See, I thought that, but now I can't imagine sleeping. I sleep for
Really?
less than 5 hours and I cannot function. I
Oh,
just think you're just so used to functioning on only 5 hours, which, and I'm speaking from experience, you're just so used to functioning on like a certain amount of hours that you're kind of in like a survival mode kind of thing. And like, um, if you were to get into a routine where you slept more than that and
yeah, I
you
have
just
been.
yeah, if you
I can
continue to
feel
do
it.
that, like your body will be like, oh wait, no, this is right. you know so that's what happened, because I would not sleep very well for like school and stuff like that, but then since
Mm,
getting out of school and like I sleep a lot more now. Like I didn't sleep a lot last night, because I was just like, I don't know, I had like the zoomies or some shit. Like I just could not go back to sleep. So I didn't get many hours of sleep last night, and today I was just like out of it. Like I was like, ooh,
yeah, no, I
it was
really
like the first
I
time in a while.
well, I didn't sleep much last night either, but then I took like a nap today and it like made me feel like shit.
See, yeah. Sometimes
Nap at,
naps
I took a nap at like 9 and
in the
then
morning.
yeah, and then I woke up at like 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a terrible
because I
time
woke up
frame.
at like 6 or 7 in the morning and then like I was just doing whatever and then I'm like, let me take a little nap. And then it just made me feel like shit. And
No,
I feel hungover today.
that's like
Maybe I am
such a
hungover though. I was drinking yesterday, so maybe
yeah, that's probably
you're
it.
up to that. I think I am. I don't know. I
Well,
take
let's
that
talk
back.
about that. Let's talk about that. Drinking habits.
Yeah. I wouldn't say mine are too bad. I mean, when I drink, I actually do take care of myself. I try to drink a lot of water and eat a lot of food. And I try to cap myself at like 2 drinks, but I don't know.
You're easily swayed.
I'm easily swayed, but I typically when I don't like to drink alone very much, but when I do drink alone, it's never more than 2 drinks.
Yeah, because like whenever we go out, I'm always having to be
Oh,
like, you're on your second drink.
yeah.
You're not
Well,
having
I think
another
it's
one.
different in like a social like situation because I feel like when you're around other people, you want to drink more. Because at
Well,
least for me, it helps me socially.
then again, when we would go out, like you were going through it. So
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah. Using alcohol to cope with your sadness, maybe not the best idea.
not the
Maybe
best
now it
idea.
feels
And I
bad.
knew that, so I would be like, no, we're both lightweights.
Mm.
You're on your second drink. Cap it. Like, no.
Mhm.
I'm like slow-mo grabbing the drink out of your hand, like, no.
Yes. Well, honestly, I haven't really been drinking much compared to how I used to, so I feel like I'm doing better with that. Not to say I had a problem or anything. Not to say I had a drinking problem. But
Yeah.
no, I didn't. But I don't drink very much. Like I only drink when I'm around people now. Like I used to
Yeah.
drink alone a lot, but like
I,
I've
I
stopped.
don't I don't drink very much either. Although I think um I have more of a want to have alcohol, not in like a crazy bit, like a glass of wine here and there.
Yeah. Well,
Since
that's nice.
coming home from Dublin,
Yeah.
um, it's 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 sorry, my dad like tried talking to me.
Oh, my dad did the
Uh,
same thing. He peeked in and I was like, go, go, go.
I don't he was like asking me, I don't know what he was asking me.
Okay.
Um, but anyways, what was I saying? Oh, coming home from Dublin, I have like more of a desire to have, something to drink, not in like a shots, 15
No, but it's
shots.
nice sometimes to have like wine or like beer.
Yeah, so
Like
it's like
that.
at dinner, like if we go out to dinner, like I have like a glass of wine or a cocktail. Like for New Year's Eve, I had like two cocktails and a
Oh
glass of
yeah. Well,
wine.
that's fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's New Year's Eve.
fun and like I don't know. I feel like I've come to that too, where it's more of an occasional thing than rather like
Yeah.
just
Like
like needing
it's
a
it's
shot or something.
like for me it was like every 6 months I would have a couple drinks and that was it. But
Yeah.
now it's a little more frequent than that, but
Yeah.
like compared to other people, it's like not
Not as
frequent at all.
yeah.
Like the last time I did have something to drink was almost a week ago. So like it was New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
which I kind of, had quite a bit considering it was New Year's Eve. I had two cosmopolitans, I had white
Ooh,
wine,
fancy. Ooh.
I had champagne, obviously, but not much. I had like a little bit just to toast, and that was about it. And I had some water. Um, yeah, so it's like, oh yeah, cosmopolitans are like my drink now.
Really? I don't think I've ever had one. What's in it?
You would like them. You would really like them. They're so dangerous. They do not taste like alcohol,
Oh,
but they get you so drunk.
but what
Like
kind of like liquor's
it's
in it?
I think it's
Is it
I think it's
tequila or
vodka.
is vodka? Oh,
I
so
think
you
it's
know I'd be able to
vodka. I think
tell.
it's cranberry, vodka,
Oh,
something
wait.
else. It's
I think
right up
I
your
had
alley.
one. Yeah.
It's right up your alley. You would really like it. And I like it because it's not like a blatant alcohol taste,
Yeah.
which can put me off a little bit. Um, but like in Dublin, I had like five of them and I was like fucked up.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
had five of them and it was fun. Like I
yeah.
had so much
But you
fun.
were
It
in
was
fucking
like
Dublin. Like,
I
come on.
wasn't.
It
I was
was
with
your
my
birthday,
friend.
right?
Yeah, it was on my birthday and I was with my friend. We both like she had like many drinks. She started with like strawberry daiquiris and then she transitioned to like Coke Zero and like a Jack and Coke Zero or something like that. I stuck with um my Cosmos and we
Yeah.
each had like the
Well,
same
sometimes
amount of
it's better
drinks.
to keep drinking the same thing rather than mixing
Yeah,
because you can
yeah,
get sick from doing that.
exactly.
I think you're always
Mixing.
supposed to drink like liquor before beer or something like that.
It's
Dang.
liquor before wine, you'll be just
Oh,
fine.
that
Wine
too.
before
Yeah.
liquor, you'll never sicker,
Yeah, it's
which
like that
is
with
like
beer
kind of
too. So
true.
wine and beer you're supposed to drink after you drink.
Yeah.
Fun fact
And
for the audience.
yeah, for the
Probably already
audience,
knows that.
fun fact.
Yeah.
And I'm not like big on beer
Yeah.
because like I don't like
Guinness
how it makes
Girls. That's it.
yeah, that's really the only
I
beer
really
I
do
go
love a
for.
Guinness. The other night I was having a Guinness with a
Good.
friend and it was like I missed that because I hadn't
It's
had a
good.
Guinness in a long I don't think I had a Guinness since well no, I guess we had one in New York together, but like there was another time I had
Did
one
we?
like yeah, or
Was
you
that
had
when
one
we
and I was sipping from
I
it.
think, yeah, I think you had
But then
like
I
a
had
little bit
another
of it.
one with someone else and then recently too and I'm like I do like Guinness. It's not bad.
It is good. It's
'Cause I don't
mild.
like beer typically, but it's like
Yeah, same.
there's something nice about it. I don't know.
It's a mild flavor.
And it's good with like a meal.
Yes. See, that's the thing. I feel like you have to have Guinness with food. Like
Yeah.
you can't really have it on its own. Well, so many people do, but like
Yeah.
in my opinion, like you have to have like some fries or something.
Yeah, for
Something
sure.
like fatty
I
like
mean, I
that,
say that, but the
Yeah.
last time I drank, all I had was Guinness. I just had like
Oh
2
my
Guinness
God, no,
in the morning.
literally. But
But I was hungry after, and I was like,
oh
shoot.
yeah, it makes you like really hungry. At
Yeah.
least it made me really hungry. Although when I had it when we were in New York after we saw the Strokes and I had
Yeah.
that and I had the whole thing, like that made my freaking Taco Bell taste so good. Like I was eating that Taco Bell, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
No, okay, food when you're drunk is like the best thing in the world. Like
It
I destroy
is.
things. I'm like,
No,
there was
literally.
one
Oh
time I
my God,
was
that's
like
funny.
destroying some pizza when I was like
So
wasted and it was
when
all over me and I was like, anyway.
when I was in Dublin, my friend and I, a few drinks in, about like 3 or 4 drinks in, we were like, oh, we should probably have something to eat to counteract like the drinking.
Yeah.
And so my friend was like, I like really want fries or chips, she said. And I was like, yeah, me too. And so I got these like garlic parmesan ones and she got like regular ones. Oh my God. We were so drunk and we were like eating them and I was like, this is like the greatest thing I've ever eaten. And she was like, you're really enjoying that. And I was like, I really am. And she was like, I'm loving mine. Like we were having the grandest time and we were laughing and it was like so good. Like I was like, why is this so good? And then I was like, oh, that's right. I'm like 4 Cosmos in. That's why.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it was so great. It was funny though because we drank so much because we kept buying each other's drinks. So it's
Okay.
like she would buy my drinks for my birthday. She's like, it's your birthday. I have to buy you one. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I bought hers and she's like, well, now I have to buy you one to make it even. I was like, it was even. And so then we could, so that's how we drank so much. Um, but yeah, so food when you're drunk is like literally the greatest. This
Yeah.
was supposed to be about habits.
But you know what? Our topics go everywhere, you know.
They
But
do.
now
They
that's
do.
making me want to get drunk so I could just have like a drunk.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like,
I
I
wish
haven't
we were
been
near
drunk
each
in like a
other.
long time.
Yeah. I wish we were near each other so we could
I
like go
know.
out after
Well, you know what?
this.
My birthday is coming up, and we were trying to make plans for you to come down sometime.
Yes.
We'll figure
Maybe
that out
maybe in
in
February
February.
we
Yeah,
can
we'll
have a
see.
belated thing.
Yeah,
That'd be
get
fun.
back responsibly though.
Responsibly. Um, I'm trying
Habits.
to think habits. Habits,
Not
habits,
bad
habits.
habits are good.
Do you have any habits that you want to develop, like good habits?
Good habits I want to develop. I guess like, well, I don't know. That's hard to think about because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
Good
any
habits are
New Year's
good. Like
resolutions that are habits that you want to
better
develop?
habits. I don't know. That's hard to think about. Me, Little Miss, I don't know. I really don't know.
That's your
But I
catchphrase.
genuinely I think the good habits I have are good. Like I am good at like you were saying like you have a good skincare habit. I do as well.
Hmm.
Like I really do take care of my skin and stuff. And I've been good about like taking care of myself and like you know, been brushing my teeth and taking care of my hygiene. So I have that down now. And like I'm trying to think of something I want, but like I don't know. How about you? Is there anything like you've been
Well, I mean, this kind of like carried over into the new year, but I really have been trying to make a habit of being positive
Oh yeah,
because it goes into like my anxiety. A lot of my anxiety came from like always assuming the worst and spiraling and from my extreme anxiety came OCD and like stuff like that. So I would always end up thinking like the worst and
negatively.
negative and focus on the negatives and it would just ruin my whole day and like I was thinking negatively so I was attracting negative things, I guess. And so, when I started going to therapy and talking through my issues and gaining new perspectives um and really learning about myself and what's making me tick, it's helped me have a more positive outlook. So I've been trying to develop a habit of really, conditioning myself to always look on the bright side. Not like toxic positivity where it's like everything's fine, but like allowing things to be a little uncomfortable and learning how to manage them and not letting my mind run away with these negative things and being like, okay, you know, I'm allowed to be worried about the outcome of this, but just as it can be difficult or bad, it can also be successful and wonderful. So it's just that kind of thing, like trying to remain positive and not let my worries get ahead of me and not let it rob me of experiences. And I've noticed that making a habit of positivity has allowed more positive things to happen.
Yeah, because it manifests it in a way.
Exactly. And it's like not
It's the law of
like
attraction in a way, because when you're
exactly.
putting out negative, you get negative. So if you put
Mm-hmm.
out positive, you'll get positive.
Exactly. And I've also been trying not to like obsess over things that I want and like not get like so caught up in like getting my hopes up at
Yes.
every single thing, and it's
Yeah,
like
I
I'm pretty
relate to
much
that
like
too.
a sign person, like I see signs in everything, and it's like I guess like in that way I'm very spiritual.
Yeah,
And
but
like
I
I
feel
was
like
just saying about like the angel numbers earlier, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but in the new year I'm trying to like not get so caught up in my head and like leave room for the universe to happen. Um and like not get so hung up on needing everything to be like perfect and exactly how I want it, because that's not going to happen. Things are going to happen as they happen and I can't really do anything about that. So I've been trying to make a habit of just letting things be and not dwelling on things and not obsessing over things, and manifesting things and allowing myself to want things and put that energy out, but not get so overwhelmingly caught up in that it like takes away from everything else in my life.
What I was gonna say is a bad habit. What you were saying reminded me of this because this was my New Year's resolution in a way too. But this is a bad habit of mine. I hold on to things as precious when even when they don't work out, and over again. It just doesn't like whether that's like a life goal, a relationship, a friendship, or whatever. I just like have such a hard time like letting go of things that constantly don't work out. But then so many times in my life, the easier things that have happened always end up working out that I don't have to try and like it doesn't like pain me to work so hard for it. And it's
Mhm.
like I need to focus more on those because I have such a bad habit on holding on to like things that don't work out. So that's one thing I'm trying to work on, I guess. Because that is a bad habit. But then again, there are things worth fighting for, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't know, certain things shouldn't have to like take everything out of you and still not
Yeah,
work.
because it's like there's a difference between it's like something constantly not working out is like actively fighting against you, which
Yeah.
is kind of like, okay, this is the universe being like, no,
Yeah.
this is not supposed to be for you. This is why
It's not working.
it's
Yeah.
not working. This is why no matter what you do, it's not working out. And then there's other things where it's
You don't have to do anything
like
and it just works out perfectly.
yeah, and
Becomes
it's
easy,
like
if anything.
yeah, in a way it does, like it's easy going, and not that there's not going to be trials and
Yeah.
tribulations, but those
It
feel
ends up,
different.
yeah, no, because like you'll put in the effort and stuff, and then it ends up
Exactly.
going somewhere and
And
having
like
like
yes,
a
exactly. And like
reason for being, you know?
exactly. And like the solutions to those end up easier to find, and like
Hmm.
like whether that's like a friendship, and the two people like they voice their concerns, and it's the other person is like, oh my god, thank you for bringing this to my attention, and then it's easily blown away, like it's
Yeah.
easily nipped in the bud, versus like another type of relationship where it's like no matter how many times you try to communicate with or you two try to communicate, it's like this isn't working, like we're not
Yep.
meshing. So it's like that's a good uh resolution to like try and you
Yeah.
know keep keep checking yourself in that sort of way, or check in with
Letting go of
yourself.
things that don't work out consistently.
Yeah, exactly. And learning the difference
Yeah.
between a test and a sign.
Yeah. Facts. But it's just interesting to think about because that is something I've thought about in my life like all the time. Because I'm like, well, if something works out, that means it's meant for you. If something
Hmm.
doesn't,
And
obviously.
you've definitely called yourself out for that
Yeah.
before, like you do that where it's like
Oh,
you're
for
like, I don't
sure.
know
Like,
why I'm holding on to
no,
this.
literally,
Like I
like,
wish I
dude,
could.
like my last relationship I was in, I kept
Exactly.
holding on to it, and I'm
And
like
the amount of
trying to give
times
all
the amount of times
my
I'm
effort
like,
into that. Yeah.
you need to watch out for
Let
yourself
it
and get out of
go.
that
Yeah.
situation. You're like, no, I can't unless they let go of me first. And it's like,
Yeah.
um,
That's not
you
healthy.
know, that's
But it's
not
like, well, yeah,
it's giving very Jack and Rose in the Titanic, and you're not Rose.
true.
Like
Or maybe I was
either
close.
either you remove yourself or the universe removes you, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So
That is interesting to think about. No, because I like going back to that, I did like think at one point, I'm like, well, this person's gonna have to leave me because like I know this isn't working, but I'm always gonna just try to make it work. And then that's
yeah,
exactly what happened. But then
yeah,
I was also like, why
unfortunately.
is this not working out so easily? Because I always have that like thought, like if it happens easily or if it actually works out for you, then it's meant for you. But obviously this isn't working out, so it's not meant for me, but I have such a hard time letting go.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit. But it's tough. I feel like a lot of people have that kind of thing though, because
Yeah,
you're always gonna want the best out of a situation or want to find like a resolution to things. But sometimes the resolution is just like letting go and leaving
yeah. And I
or
feel
moving
like
on.
there is such like a thing of like you kind of um take that as like a failure, you know? Like at
But that's not,
the ending of a relationship or
yeah,
like something not working out a lot of times gets
perceived
sorted
as like
into
failure.
into like
But
the
it could
file
just
in
be
our
just a
heads as being
different
a
part.
failure.
Yeah. But sometimes the
Exactly.
failure is staying or just like keep going with
Exactly.
that
Well,
thing that's not
the
working.
point that I'm trying to make is that like it's none of it is a failure, you
Yes.
know? It's just the way life is.
Yeah.
But the way it's like formatted in, you know, society and like the way people talk about these things, it's like the ending of a relationship. It's like I fucked up, you
Yeah.
know, but that's and people take it on themselves. They blame themselves, you know, I must have done something wrong. That's why the person's not this is why it's not working out. But that's not necessarily true. You know, a lot of the times it's not just one person, it's both people, or maybe your partner was mistreating you in a way and you know, and you couldn't see that or you didn't really grasp that depending on, you know, the dynamics and stuff like that. And or maybe you did do something wrong and this is a learning experience for you. So it's like I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of people just take it so harsh when things don't work out because it's like there's this fantasy of like true love and all that kind of stuff, specifically with relationships. But it's like
Yeah.
you think every single person that enters your life is going to be there until you die. But that is not the case. Some people are only meant to be there for a few months, for
Right.
5 years, for 10 years, for 30
Guys,
years.
when will everything stop being a lesson to learn? I just want to live my life.
Exactly. But it's like a lot of people like they don't really grasp that. And the minute something changes, they're like freaked,
Mhm.
you know? Because people don't like change.
Yeah.
And so when people get used to a situation or they've put so much into a relationship and that relationship is clearly a sinking ship,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you just ignore those signs because you're like, this isn't fair. I
Hmm.
put so much into this. Why is it not working? But relationships are a two-way street. And, you know, you can't
It
really,
won't work unless both
it
are.
won't work. You can't have a one-way relationship because
Mm.
that's not a relationship. So, I mean,
That
that is
was
a
my
very
relationship.
good, yeah, in case you guys couldn't catch on to that.
But
Um,
yeah, that's just like a bad habit of mine that I'm trying to
yeah,
out
but that's
and
a
turn into
good,
a good habit of just like letting
exactly.
go.
But that's good because it shows that you're taking your past relationship for what it was, which was a
Mhm.
lesson. You know, like maybe that was like the universe being like, this is the last time
Yeah.
that you're dealing with this,
Yeah.
and we're going to make sure of that because it's important that you learn those good habits. And
Hmm.
I know I have probably like I have like the opposite problem where um I don't have much relationship experience, but the few that I do, I kind of like gave myself an ick just to get
Yeah.
away from someone. Like I wasn't okay. I'm not gonna I didn't manufacture disliking someone just to get away from them. I liked
Good
them
way to
for a
protect
bit,
yourself, by the
kind of in
way.
a way, but like I overinflated my loss of interest. So it's like I remember this one guy when I was living in New York, I was talking to him and things were going well. He was kind of a flake, but like things were going well, and like I just kind of I he was cute and he was nice, like he didn't do anything wrong really, but I just he was boring, and most people would like look past that, or I didn't really know much about him. Not that I didn't try, but I did just like overinflate something that he did just to have an excuse to like separate. We weren't really together, but like we had gone out a couple times. There was something in my eye.
Oh no.
We had gone out a couple times, and so I just kind of like put an end to it once and for all. And I used like him visiting me at work but not telling me as like a surprise, which like in hindsight isn't that big of a deal.
No, it is a big deal. If someone came to my job without me knowing, that would freak me out.
Yeah, but like in hindsight, like it's not like he did anything actually bad to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like cuz I've had guys try to like force themselves on me, trigger
Yeah.
warning. Um but he didn't like lay a hand on me. He was always very gentlemanly. Like it is something like you shouldn't, especially someone you're not actually dating, like you shouldn't just like surprise
Show up
them
at their
like
job.
that. Like you should be like, "Hey, like um are you at work today?" Or "Hey, I'm in the area. Do you mind if I drop by and say hi?" You know?
Yeah.
Which I that was my issue with it, and I could have just been like, "Hey, like please don't do that without telling me." You know, we're not really together, so that's a little strange. Um but I didn't. I just kind of like blew it out of proportion just to have like an excuse to be like, "I don't want to talk to you anymore." Um and I feel like I have that thing where um I am very quick to like back out of a situation,
Yeah.
or I actively avoid them. Um and it's like it's kind of counterintuitive because like part of me is like I want to have a relationship, and the other part is like, "Oh, you breathed weirdly. Now I have an ick." You
Yeah,
know, so
no,
it's like
that's the thing. It's sometimes hard to get past that because I did the same thing for a really long time, and then I started like not trying to care as much, even though like you will have those icks, even if you do enter a relationship and stuff like that. Those are gonna like
yeah.
everybody has an ick with someone.
Hmm.
Like I don't know, like some people just breathe weird, or some people chew too loud. It's just like
Yeah.
it happens, but like sometimes you gotta like look past it, I guess,
I
because
feel
like
like
you have to
yeah, and
think
I
that they're doing the same thing with you. Like they're probably looking past certain things. Although
exactly.
me and you are both perfect, so
We're
they
literally perfect, so there's nothing
so
wrong with us.
but like you also have to think from like their when I don't know, with someone I just try to think like, are they judging me in that way? Like I wouldn't judge
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Like
for me,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like the thing is that like if you're really into someone, I feel like you don't really notice those things as much. Or it's like it's easier for you to be like, take a second and be
Yeah,
like, "Oh, that's weird," but then like you kind of don't
they're
really
like
think about it.
fun quirks though. Like
Yeah, like it's not really
when you're
something that weighs on
yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure. I
But
that
like
that's true. I feel like when the right person comes across, they're like you're okay with the things that are like icky.
yeah, it's like it's rather than like not really having an ick with them, but like they do stuff that are an ick, but you're not like so torn up about it and you're not really bothered by it.
Because if you're with someone and they do something and you're like, this has made me lose interest entirely, they were never meant for you.
Exactly. That's the
Um,
thing, is that it like either
because if
the
that can
attraction
make you
wasn't that
like,
deep. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Um,
because I've
but
been there
yeah.
too. Like that has happened to me so many times. It's actually more likely for that to happen to me than find like things I do like about someone. I'm always like first
Oh
to like
hell.
say,
Well, I mean, your type
My type is awful, disgusting, gross creatures. Um, so if you're dating me, that's, like,
That
actually
is
not,
actually
like,
a,
a
a
crime.
call to action. You need to
Yeah.
like get
'Cause no, I think I've
therapy.
mentioned this before, dating is self-harm. Dating is self
Yeah.
although, I don't
And I
know,
feel like
that
that's what
could
I'm
change. Well, that's
afraid
what I'm
of.
trying to change this year too, that's another drawback.
Exactly.
I'm trying
And
to
I think
find people who make me feel good about myself.
exactly. And that's kind of like where I'm at too, since like starting therapy and getting my anxiety managed. I feel like now I'm in a good headspace that I can start thinking about, entering a relationship and feeling comfortable in that and knowing that I'm covered. Because like before, if I were to enter a relationship, anything that went wrong would have, destroyed me.
Yeah,
But now if like I have the necessary tools to take care of myself and I have a support system and stuff like that. So yeah. And I guess in the same vein as you, it's like I'm trying to learn how to um break out of my comfort zone, where for you it's like holding on to things that should be let go. For me it's um not allowing things to stick
yeah,
or not giving things the time to grow. I'm very impatient. I'm a very
yeah,
impatient
yeah,
person.
yeah. And
And so
that's the
I'm
tough thing about relationships and dating too, you have to have, like, some sort of
patience.
patience because, I don't know,
Exactly.
you gotta see, like, these people are gonna be patient with you too, but if they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of there. But it's like I just feel like these things take time, Like it's not like the movies and the books and stuff
Oh,
like that. Like you need to work on these things and it's not like perfect.
yeah.
So, and
But that's
that I'm
tough
I'm
though, because
learning.
like, we're so, like, conditioned to see the perfect stuff. So when it's not
Exactly.
perfect, it's like, "Is this right?"
Yeah.
But there's
And
no
so it's
wrong
like
with anything really, as
there's
long as
yeah.
you're, like, feeling good, the other person's feeling good, then you're
Hmm.
good. And even if you
Yeah,
don't feel
and
good, if you're able to, like, figure things out and, like, aren't hurting each other, then, like, yeah,
yeah. Because I feel like there's always like there's going to be issues here and there, like if you're
because
in a
people are
relationship.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, because people are humans are humans and they're going to make mistakes and they're going to say things they don't mean.
yeah.
So
Or have,
it's
like, a tough moment.
yeah, it's all about, finding that balance and discerning whether like, okay, this was just a low moment for this person
Yeah,
versus this person, this is continued
how they
behavior
are.
and they are
Yeah,
actively harming me or I am actively harming my partner, stuff like that. So it's all about like figuring out where you're at and where the relationship is at. And
although dating is
um
scary these days, some of the men out there are literally terrifying,
they
so
are literally freakish.
they are like, I feel
Um
like the dating pool these days has been, like, the worst, the
oh, it's like
absolute
been
worst.
so bad.
Yeah,
Like
that's the bad habit of the universe, like, fix that shit.
exactly. Literally fix that. But that's okay because I saw 6 4s thinking about
Yeah.
someone, so that's my soulmate. So, anyways, that's no problem. Try to think of something else.
Yeah, me too. Habits, habits, habits. There's good, there's bad.
Habit.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes habits can be an ick as well. Like if someone has a bad habit that you know or like you're trying to get into.
Yeah. What would you say? Like, are there any specific habits that some people have had that have like turned you
Thrown me
off or
yeah.
turned you on?
Ooh, I don't know. When guys bite their nails. I'm just kidding. That's a bad habit, nail biting. I don't do it anymore, but I used to when my nails are really short.
I have a couple friends that have that.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's not my nails, it's like my cuticles and the skin around my
Yeah,
nails,
same. I pick at that shit like crazy.
which
But we
is,
we have dermatillomania, right? Is that what it's called when you want to like pick at your skin?
yeah. And I also have OCD.
Yeah, I mean, I've
So,
never been diagnosed. My mother has, and I have a lot of the traits.
hmm.
I feel like same boat, but I can't say. I love self-diagnosing. What can I say?
Well,
Although,
I
okay,
mean,
what's your thought on self-diagnosing? Because I feel like to an extent you can, because I feel like a lot of like it's so hard to get like access to actually getting diagnosed.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. If I didn't self-diagnose, I wouldn't have sought help.
Right.
So I feel like self-diagnosis isn't inherently a bad thing. I think
Mhm.
where it gets out of hand is where trivial things
Yeah.
get associated with real life medical
Yeah,
issues. It's like when like being a fan of, I don't know, like liking frogs gets associated with autism. It's like, well, that's not, I
yeah.
mean, you can be autistic and have like a hyperfixation or like whatever on
Special
frogs, but
interests
like
as
it's
well.
not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it's one of those things, yeah.
So it's like it's discerning whether like is this trivial, is this surface level, or are these actual symptoms?
Mhm.
And I would see, and a big part of it is TikTok, that it's
Oh,
done
for
a number on trivializing mental health issues, but it's also done a number in educating. And
there's the good and the bad. It's
yeah,
like
and
you
like
can't have one without the other, though, unfortunately.
yeah, so like if you see symptoms of a mental illness or whatever it is, and you're like, oh wow, like a lot of those apply to me, I show a lot of those behaviors, do some reading, and then maybe you can like bring it up to your primary care or
Yeah,
whatever it is, and then they can be like, oh okay, like we can refer you. So that's kind of what I did. Like I recognized those traits in myself and I was like, okay, maybe I should seek help. And the thing is I have been looking for help for a very long time, but I didn't really have the resources and stuff like that. So I only got it recently because I had the resources.
yep.
Um, so self-diagnosis, I think,
It's
can
good
be
and bad.
helpful. It's good and bad. I feel like it can be helpful, but you really need to, be mindful of what you're
Mhm.
reading, what you're intaking, and be a
Because
little
anything could be
serious.
anything too. Because you could think you have
Mm-hmm.
one thing and it's a totally other
Well, the
thing.
thing is that especially with mental illnesses, a lot of them are interconnected and a lot of them have like similar kind of symptoms. And um, like I had a lot of like ADHD symptoms, but it turns out it was just such severe anxiety and then eventually OCD, which I never even thought of, but like since the doctor bringing that up and being like this sounds like OCD, every bit of like my behavior, I will do something and I'm like, how did that go over my head? Like how did that completely go over my head? I am expressing I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Um, but it's like they all kind of have similar aspects to them
for sure. Yeah,
and they can all affect certain things. So yeah, just be mindful, and look into things and do some reading. And I really do encourage self-diagnosis because not everyone has the money
for sure.
to or insurance that can pay
Exactly. That's
for
the kind of
therapy and stuff
position
like
I'm
that.
in. Because, like, well, both my parents have been diagnosed with things and on medication and therapy, stuff like that. And just like I just haven't gotten the resources to be diagnosed. But like obviously if they have that kind of stuff, it's kind of very possible that I also have something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Also, once I took Adderall for fun and it made the voices in my head stop. So, I
Hmm.
wonder what that means.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah,
Yeah, something to think about.
developing good habits. 2023 is going to be a positive year.
Yeah.
Well, it's a number 7 numerological year.
So that's very good. Yeah.
That means that it's ruled by Neptune, which is like rules like prayer and manifestation and all that kind of stuff. So um very much be delusional, which I have been. I saw that and I sent that to you and I was like, we're set.
No,
We're always
hopefully, no. I
delusional.
actually am like so positive about this year because good
Me
things have already
too.
been happening to me. I'll tell you some tea after the pod, but like genuinely, like since day one of this year, like I've been having nothing but good luck, and I'm like nervous
Yeah.
because I get scared when things go good for too long because I'm like, what's gonna happen now? Because I'm so
See,
used to there being this like bad thing
yeah, I was
counteract.
the same way. And then I um started counteracting that and like shutting that down and being like, no, I'm just gonna enjoy my good things. And you know what? Fewer bad things started happening.
No, that's true. No, I've also been trying to like say like good mantras and stuff like that to bring
Hmm.
in positivity, so like to counteract the bad. But there's always going to be a little bit of like doubt
Yeah.
or skepticism
Yeah.
inside of me because that's just me.
Yeah. Hmm. And I think it's just, it's a process on learning those things.
For
But
sure.
I mean, I also have like a good feeling about this year. I mean, I've had some days here and there the last week, but um I think it's just like the stress and the exhaustion from the holidays really that was like getting to me. Um and so yeah, but I really have like a good feeling about this year. Like I had this sense of like comfort and calmness on New Year's Eve, and like I had this weird sense of like relief when like the ball dropped and it hit midnight and it was 2023. Like I had this very strong sense of like relief and like readiness and calmness. So I have a good feeling
I
about
had the
2023.
opposite feeling. I feel like a lot of good chaos is going to come into my life this year. But like I feel like not calm about it. But like it's
Excited.
excited, that's the word. I feel like a
You think
lot is
some
going to change
excitement's
in my
coming your way?
no, I really feel like a lot is going to change this year. I like feel a big change coming and I'm
Oh my
I'm
God, we're gonna become famous. The pod's gonna blow up.
not gonna blow up. No, but I
We're
really
gonna
do
blow
feel
up.
like a bunch of different like things are about to happen like and it's like crazy. Sorry, it's my psychicness kicking in. I'm
Yeah, me too. I've been
not
having a
a
lot
lot
of
of
weird
Oh,
dreams.
me too. I've been having crazy dreams lately. Like,
I
but
have
like
to tell you about my dreams.
you were in my dream last night.
Was I? You have to tell me about it.
Okay, I could tell you right now. So we were going to a party in Orlando. Haley was throwing it. My sister Haley for the audience. And basically I couldn't get there on time, but you and other people were getting to Haley's apartment before I was there and she wasn't there. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was stressing about it. And that was my dream.
That was it?
Yeah, and then I woke up because I was so stressed out.
My dream I can't tell you on stream
Okay, we'll
on
gossip
the pod.
after the show.
Yeah. It's a little personal. But the secret Dana lore.
Oh my God.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think this year's gonna treat us really well. Hopefully, by next year, the end of 2023, the pod will be in a bigger place. Who knows? Maybe the pod will blow up.
You know what? Our last few episodes, I really enjoyed them. Like this one,
Yeah,
like I don't know, I feel like it's been getting like more something about
easy.
it. Easy, that's the word. But it's just like it
Yeah.
flows better, I feel like now.
Yeah.
Because I think we okay, we go off into like space about like random stuff. It's like an endless stream of consciousness.
Yeah. But
Because I
it's
feel like
fun.
it's fun. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how we talk normally.
It is. But I feel like it flows more now. I mean, it did flow in the past too, but I feel like I don't know, there's no pressure.
Yeah. Well, you want to wrap it up?
We can wrap it up so we can gossip. You
Yeah,
guys don't get to
so
hear this part.
yeah, this is our secret part. That's just for
All right.
us. Um,
If you guys have any like habits or like bad habits, good
Good
ones,
habits that you're trying to
no
work
habits at
on,
all.
bad habits you're
You want
trying
to
to
get at
kick.
yeah, or some bad habits you want. Like you're like, ooh, I want something
Ooh,
here. I want something
be a
bad.
little naughty.
Naughty, naughty. Type it in the comments, man.
Yeah, leave a
I'm
comment. Tell
curious.
us.
Tell us.
Uh, Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
everyone.
Yeah.
Happy
2023.
2023.
It'll be
Let's
fun.
hope it treats us all kindly.
Yeah.
Welcome back in the new year. First episode back.
hmm I think this
Um,
is our season 2.
we can do that if you want.
No, yeah, this is season 2. So welcome to season
Season two
2.
of Two Peas on a Pod.
God. Oh, that's fun.
Um, and
Yeah.
happy birthday, Alex Turner.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, is
good.
it his
It's his
birthday right
birthday
now?
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, on the 6th. Because no, I saw someone saying happy birthday to Alex. I actually saw that at 5:05, and I was
Ooh,
like, "There's no way it's his birthday.
yeah.
Today's the 5th, isn't it?"
This episode is gonna go up on the 7th, so it will have been his birthday by the time this goes up. So happy 37th birthday,
37. Oh my
Mother
God,
Alex. That's mother.
he is mother. Well, he's
He
turning into
is
father. He's getting so old.
he's parent.
He's what is
I
he?
call him mother. He has like motherly energy. I
Even
don't know.
godmother now.
He's
But anyway,
he's giving in the ground.
ooh, let's not say that before his
No.
birthday.
No, let's not. Let's not wish that one
No. Oh yeah,
sorry.
but when this goes up, his birthday will already pass, and
Yeah, he'll
yeah.
already be 37.
Yeah, we love you, Alex.
We
He's a
love you,
big fan here.
Alex.
He's getting a
He's
shout out.
he's literally listening to this. He's our biggest fan.
He's like, they remembered.
Yeah. Happy
Oh,
birthday,
what can I do?
Alex.
Yeah,
For your
Alex.
birthday, you should put knee socks, and that's why you're wrong back on the set list.
Yeah,
Or else I'm in your walls
yeah.
menacingly.
Especially for this year when we see them. That's
Exactly. I'm
this
seeing you in
year. Oh my
September
God.
September 2023. It better be on there by then. You have a whole
It's
fucking year.
crazy. That feels like so far away though.
It's gonna be here tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy. Make good choices, kiddos.
Try to.
Try to make some
Yeah,
good
at least
habits.
try. You know?
We'll see you in the next one.
Yep. All right.
Bye. Love ya.